These are some things that ERLC should add for the winter update of 2025. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy. Let's get straight into it. So let's begin with talking about the snow coverage. Now this is a really important one for ERLC, and it is what a lot of people are speaking about, especially this year. And in fact, my first 3 points are all kind of related to the amount of snow that there is in the game, or just snow in general within ERLC. So in previous years, it has been really annoying. Instead of actually having snow on the ground like you would expect, like there would be in real life, all that we've had inside of the game is just tiny little spots along the map. There might be a tiny little snow pile here, then further down there might be another one here, and another one down there. Number one, entirely unrealistic, and number two, looks really stupid, especially when people want full snow coverage. Let me show you a little bit about what I mean. So I understand this Roblox game is a little bit random, however this can give you a bit of an idea. This is just a random snow plowing simulator game on Roblox, but as you can see, there's actual snow on the roads, and that's what people want in ERLC. That will make it a little bit better. This is quite satisfying actually. Let me just clear this area. And you can see buried underneath it is an actual road, and it's just got a layer of snow above it. Obviously you can get bigger snowplow vehicles like what that guy's driving. That guy's got a flamethrower and stuff. Obviously not for ERLC, but you get the idea of the amount of snow I'm talking about. Rather than just a little snow patch here and there, actual snow that covers the roads and the grounds. Very useful. And this kind of leads me on to my next point. If they were to add that amount of snow, it will make snow plowing more useful. So here we are on the DOT team, and I'm sure you know what I'm going to get at here. So obviously we have the snow plow that you can get on this, but I guess the main one will be the salt truck. And at the minute, unfortunately, this is fairly useless. It doesn't do anything at all. I mean, it does technically get rid of the snow, but in terms of how useful it is not necessary at all. One tiny snow spot here, then there might be a tiny one down here. You really don't need to get this whole salt truck out to get rid of the tiny amounts of snow that will come back in literally a few minutes. Anyway, what there should be is full coverage on the road. Maybe not entirely just the whole ground white, but maybe you can see a lot more. Maybe there's a lot more ice patches on the road, a lot more snow. Maybe the weather is really severe. And as well, if they do have more snow on the road, then what they could also do is give civilians access to a snowplow. Whether you have to buy it, whether it's free, who knows. But just going into the mod shop, and maybe under the vehicle accessories category, there is the option for a snowplow, and you can just get one attached to the front of your truck. That would be really cool, or even any SUV, or I guess not any vehicle. It would be kind of crazy in a Bugatti, but most vehicles that are like this in ERLC should have the ability to have a snowplow on the front, even if it's not a DOT vehicle. Would be very awesome. And that also leads me on to my third point. I did say they were all kind of the same, and that is blizzards. Yes, if there's going to be more snow on the road, there kind of needs to be a reason why, and perhaps that can be because of a blizzard. Even if there's just a little bit more would be good normally, but even if there's not loads all the time, maybe they could add blizzards. And when there is a blizzard, which can be randomly spawned like a thunderstorm or something, the roads really get covered in snow, and that's when it becomes very interesting. Imagine how good a blizzard would be, where you can't see, let's say, any further than like this street light, or where my mouse is in front. It would all just be fog beyond that point. Could be a bit further, who knows, but something like that would be really awesome. And of course, having more snow could make driving physics much worse. Maybe the braking is severely reduced. That'd be really cool. And overall, these are just very cool features that they really have no reason not to consider and not to add, because a lot of people want pretty much all three of them things. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. And the fourth point I want to talk about is over on the emergency service team. So we got the police, fire and DOT mostly, and it's just a nice little one that I would like to see this year, and it's decorations for the police cars. So during Halloween, obviously on like the fire department vehicles, DOT and police vehicles and sheriff vehicles as well, there was an option to put a decoration for like a spider or a pumpkin on the front. That'd be really cool to see with Christmas decorations. Maybe a little Christmas tree there, or maybe you could have something inside your car, maybe some Christmas lights around it somewhere. I don't know, but it would be really awesome to see that on obviously the 3 teams, and maybe again as a vehicle accessory for civilians. Maybe they can add some Christmas decorations to their car. That would be really cool, and obviously just gives more option as well to customize your vehicle as a civilian. And the final thing I want to talk about on this video is a quest, and we will talk about dates in just a moment as well, so when I think it will come out. But the quest, so in this park right here, they normally do some kind of quest, or at least an event. They would decorate it up for Christmas or something. However, 2022 is what I want to talk about specifically. In 2022, they had a really cool event questing. They had a whole like mini runway built where obviously Santa would fly in on his sleigh with reindeers and stuff, and then he came and collected the presents and then took off and flew away with it and despawned obviously in the air. But it was really cool. You had to do loads of tasks inside like this really cool Christmassy building and create some Christmas toys or whatever it was, and then he'd come and collect them and fly away with it and you'd get a reward. And it was just something to do that was really fun and just made it feel a bit more lively rather than just some useless Christmas decorations. So hopefully they'll do something like that as well. 2022 one was by far my favorite, though they have done some good ones over the years in ERLC anyway. So yeah, hopefully they actually have some use to it, and something cool like that would be nice to see rather than just boring decorations. But who knows, I guess it is kind of unrealistic and a little bit weird to have something like that in ERLC, but definitely a very cool feature, and it was good when it was in game before. Everyone liked it pretty much, so why can't they do it again? Not sure. And finally, we'll talk about dates. So in 2024, the Christmas or winter update came out on the 15th of December. In 2023, it also came out on the 15th of December. 2022 was a little bit late on the 21st of December. And 2021 was on the 14th of December. So I'd say it's probably reasonable to suggest anywhere between the 5th and the 15th of December is probably their likely aimed time frame. Obviously it can be later. We all know what ERLC is like with their late updates. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully they've got that under control. By latest, I'd say probably the 15th or 20th of December, which does sound crazy to say. It sounds like it's too late, but it's happened before. Their Halloween updates have previously released like 2 hours before it was November, so yeah, being late is quite usual for ERLC, but hopefully anywhere between the 5th and the 15th of December is likely based on past updates. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!